Hello Capricorn and welcome to Sincere Tarot. This is your What Do You Need to Know for February 2021 tarot reading, and your energy is the Princess of Cups. So this may be a start on something that is very emotionally important to you. This could be potentially the start of a relationship. This could be being open to love in its many forms. So let's see. Oh, and sometimes it can represent a successful conception. All right. What does Capricorn need to know for February 2021? Let's see. All right. Well, it's not necessarily going to be easy, but I hope that it is all worthwhile. So in the past, the energy leading into this, we have got the Sun. So this is very positive, feeling good, feeling very optimistic, okay? This is interesting because right now you are coming up as the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like there may have been some sort of a disappointment. Maybe you were wanting something and it was only 50% of what you got. Honestly, this can be like many things. A disappointment, a minor setback because it is a minor arcana card and it's a 5, so it's temporary. And even though, you know, in the moment, the grief, the loss of not getting what you want or only getting a little bit of what you really felt that you needed, it feels like all hope is lost, but there's always hope. Always, 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 always. And sometimes we need that loss to create space for that hope. But honestly, right now, you're feeling like what you need to know is that like you're struggling right now, and I think you need to ask people for help. This also could be someone else, but I'm going to speak like it is you. But there could be someone else in your life who's really struggling and you see that they're not really keeping it together, right? But this could be you. And it can sometimes represent like conflicts amongst people, but it always at least represents like internal conflict. Now, I don't think you realize, but you've actually grown so much more than you realize because this is your energy as the Seven of Pentacles, and there will be good things coming in the future. You might be like disappointed right now, but well, you are, but you know, good things are coming. It's just that it's going to take a little bit of time. The outcome is that I think you're just going to feel so stressed, you're going to surrender to the situation, right? This is the Ten of Swords. It's the surrender card. It's kind of like, okay, you know, like we have these certain belief systems, like things have to go a certain way, people have to behave a certain way or be a certain way. And I feel like you're just going to be like, okay, you know what? It's too much stress dealing with this. I'm just going to surrender. This is the situation. It's not like giving up. It's more of an acceptance, releasing resistance, which is important to create space for something new and better, okay? And this might have something to do, some of you might be arguing with your father or a boss or someone who is of a higher power in some way towards you, or I mean like an authority figure in a sense, or potentially an Aries, okay? I feel like, you know, you're going to continue to do your best to be loving towards them and try and reach out towards them, but I think that they're just not in a place to be able to receive it. Like, you might not see it, you probably don't see it, but they are, for those of you where this is another person, like they are really struggling right now, but they put up such a front, okay? And I feel like it probably is someone that you really care about and someone where both of you really did get along in the past during brighter days. Let's get some clarification, all right? Clarification for Capricorn for the situation, please and thank you. Interesting. Yep. Okay, so believe it or not, like this other person, I'm actually feeling like this is another person for a lot of you. This other person puts up a brave front, but they're actually feeling like really vulnerable right now. So it's almost like just putting on that war paint. And they've already given up and surrendered to the situation. They're being aspected by the Ten of Swords. They're just so stressed. They're like, I can't do this anymore. They give up. And in the past, things with your relationship really did seem very good, and they were good, you know. This is the best card in the deck, being aspected by the Ten of Pentacles, which often is, you know, security, family, like wealth and abundance, not just in the material, but with love and connections and things like that. And, you know, you're feeling really upset and disappointed and really let down because things used to be so good. And you wouldn't even feel that disappointed if things hadn't been so good with this connection with this person in the past, right? It's because you know how good it can be and you know how good it isn't anymore. Like you really feel that sting. But honestly, like, look, we've got growth and growth, the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Like, things are getting better. This connection wasn't nothing, you know, this is an amazing connection. And just because things aren't going well on the surface, I mean, I feel like overall it's temporary. It's almost like with this connection, it's like it was being maybe stunted in a way, but this is now actually going to allow it to grow to a new, different level that it never would have got to anymore. It's just going to take time. I feel like you think that you know the way to connect and talk to this person, but now both of you have changed so much so that old ways of communication in the past are now different. And also I feel like, you know, you are being heartfelt. So you're like, oh, well, my heart's in the right place. And it is, but you're also maybe just being a little bit too focused on like, this is the way things need to be. This is how our relationship needs to be. This is the way that it needs to go forward. But there's really no point in you trying to call the shots. This person is going through way more than you realize. Like way more. Even in some ways, a more difficult time than yourself. They're just really putting up a front, like everything's under control. Everything's fine, but inside they're like a little crying child, like, oh. Anyways, look, this end is going to birth like infinite potential of where your connection can go in the future. So it's almost like your connection was like a garden, and the plants were growing to a certain degree, but there were like some weeds, and like neither of you were maybe taking the weeds out and really like addressing the negative parts of the connection. And so the universe just literally ripped everything out from the ground. The good, the bad, and everything in between. So, but that's created a potential for, like it's created, you're very disappointed, right? And they're stressed and all of that, but it's creating, you can have a brand new garden now. And it's almost like a new start in love in a way, with this loving connection with this person. All right, let's get some clarification cards. What advice for Capricorn for the situation? Wow. Cool. All right, so the first advice card, we have got the Lovers. So you two, for most of you, for everyone, this is going to be some sort of partnership, but for a lot of you, this is going to be a love relationship. You know, just make sure that do your best to make sure that your masculine and feminine is internally balanced, and that will help the connection. But just know that you two really do have a divine connection, and you are meant to be together. I don't know how that's meant to play out, okay, right? These are general readings, but you were meant to have this relationship, and you're meant to. The second advice card is that no matter what happens, like just keep moving forward, and you are strong enough. Yes, this is difficult. Yes, this is painful. Yes, this is really tough, but you can do this. Like you will do it because your soul is so fierce and very strong. The third advice card is to be discerning and to create new boundaries with this person. Like it's not going to be the same as before. It's almost like it's like a new relationship in a way. It really is. So both of you will be creating new boundaries, right? And the final advice card, we have got the Princess of Pentacles. So the Princess of Pentacles moves forward, like she's got great ideas, but she actually does them. You know those people that are like, oh, I have this amazing idea, and they won't shut up about it, and they never do anything about it? Well, the Princess of Pentacles actually like moves forward in a positive way. Actions line up with her words. So, and because like it's a princess, so start kind of with baby steps. You might need to show this person with your actions that you care about them and that you want security. You might need to be the first person to make that move, to say, hey, like, do you want a secure connection? Do you want to move forward? You know what I mean? Sometimes people will always wait for the other person to make the first move, but then the other person is doing the same thing and then nothing happens. You might need to be the person to make the first move, but make it in a practical way and in a loving and kind way, and I think you will. And do your best to try and keep your guard down a little bit, and know that whenever they have their guard up, that's because they're actually feeling really vulnerable right now. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That is all in the description below. You can also follow me on social media. Thanks to everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, hit the notification bell, and commented below. I do monthly and mid-monthly videos, so definitely I'll see you in a few weeks. And if you're still here, ooh, secret bonus card. yeah, so this is a gift. This whole situation, believe it or not, is a gift for the universe, from the universe, so that you can have the secure connection that you want, and there will be some good physical news very soon. All right, have a great month. Bye.